You have no doubt discovered, recently or not, that some people talking about dates mention AD or BC, and others BCE or CE. And we would really like to know the difference. Of course, there is a place where you can find it online, in the blog of Antidote. But meanwhile, I can use part of it to explain to you what it is all about. First of all, we used to use the Gregorian calendar. That's the global standard for measurement of dates. And this originates in the Western Christian tradition, but it has spread throughout the world, and most books, at least those that are older, uh, use this. And this is irrespective of religious, cultural, or linguistic boundaries. And this Gregorian calendar is based on the birth date of Jesus Christ. But as you know, we are not too sure of the exact date. We suspect that Christ was born some 5 years before the calculated date, official date. And certainly he was not born either in December. He was born probably either in the spring or summer. But from the text of the Gospels, we can see that the time was warm at that time, the weather. So this is the way this Gregorian calendar was calculated, and so it was counted from the birth of Christ, that is AD, Anno Domino in Latin, or BC, before Christ. Now, what happened? The idea to count years from the birth of Jesus Christ was first proposed in 525 by a Christian monk called Dionysius Exiguus. Substandardized then under the Julian and Gregorian calendars, that system has spread throughout Europe and the Christian world during the centuries that followed. And AD, as I said, stands for Anno Domini, that is the year of the Lord, in the year of the Lord. And BC stands for before Christ. Now there is a new system, that is CE, meaning common or current era, and BCE, meaning before the common or current era. These abbreviations have a shorter history. They are dating probably from the early 1700, but we know that this was not really used. The truth is that it's only at the end of the 20th century that people started pushing it, and especially in science and academia. We know nowadays that academia is one of the fields where leftist or extreme left ideas came from, and they are also the ones that are mostly anti-Christian, and that could be another reason, most likely reason, for the change. They argue that adopting BCE or CE is for religious neutrality, but note that this was never complained about. So members of non-Christian groups may object, they say. Particularly problematic is AD, that is in the year of the Lord, and its unavoidable implication that the Lord in question is Jesus Christ. But you know that this is just an argument, because if you say CE, that is within the common or current era, doesn't change the situation. What is era? When this era started? And then you know that it was on the year of the supposed birth of Jesus Christ. So religious neutrality was the main rationale between Jewish academics' adoption of BCE and CE, over a century ago, and it continues to be its widely cited justification. But others object to the whole system on the basis that it's objectively inaccurate, like I said. So the movement towards BCE and CE has not yet been universally accepted, and BC and AD are mostly used till today. Now the choice is yours. It's not everything that is pushed that you are obliged to attend to and adopt. For example, if we are told that the words man and woman should not be used anymore, or ladies and gentlemen, and all kinds of traditional things, nobody is obliged to follow unless you are forced by your employer, which is another story. So this is BC and AD and its replacement. I leave the rest to your discretion and opinions, really. Happy day.